All right, before we get started with today's video, this video is brought to you by my good friends over at So Avant-Garde. Something special going on this weekend. They do it from time to time. You can save 30% off anything on the So Avant-Garde website. All right, so by using code DEDRICK30, you can explore some of the brands that you might have been interested in and save you a nice 30% off. All right, so DEDRICK30, again, that is the code. And So Avant-Garde has a healthy library of niche brands to really tap into. We're going to talk about a brand that I've never smelled anything from and I don't know much about it. So we're going to talk about those today. But, you know, brands like Gritty, Plume Impressions, of course, the powerhouses of Nichane and BDK, and so many other brands. They have discovery sets and samples available. That's what I recommend. I recommend going the discovery set and the sample route. And, you know, treating yourself to some new things that you might not be in tune with. You know, this space can be, you know, bombarded with repetitive content. And I participate in that for sure. But at the same time, I have a wide open view of wanting to experience different things that I haven't come across yet. All right, so some of y'all out there are wanting to do the same. So this weekend is a great opportunity to do that while saving some money. All right, so DEDRICK30 for 30% off this weekend only, September 19th through the 21st over on So Avant-Garde. Information will be linked in the description. All right, appreciate y'all. Let's get to today's video. I'm excited to try this brand. I know nothing about them, but let's see what's good. Let's go. YouTube, what's going on YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. And as always, man, it's positive energy, it's positive vibes, and most importantly, it is positive vibes only. All right, so today, as you heard in the intro, we're going to be trying a brand that I've heard of, I have been interested in for quite some time, but I've never smelled anything from the house. And I really haven't seen a lot of conversation. Maybe a couple of their fragrances here and there, but I don't even remember what they were when I saw Justin Copeland and my guy Ross talking about the brand a while ago. All right, so yeah, so we're gonna tap in today to the house of, I think you pronounce it Akro, A-K-R-O. And I have these two fragrances here today that we're gonna tap into and see what they are all about. So like I said, I don't know much about the brand. I was going to research and do all that before we got started, but I didn't want to get influenced in any ways. I just want to get to the fragrance, and then I'll learn about the brand after that, because that's what y'all want to hear about. Is the fragrance good? Is the brand worth a try? You know, what are we thinking? So I've already got them out of the plastic, and we're going to go ahead and start with ink. All right, so that's what it's called, ink. So I know nothing about it. I don't know what it smells like. Open up the box. Okay, interesting casing here. It's like this kind of tinfoil casing here with the brand name engraved on it. Different touch. I can't really remember if I experienced a fragrance coming in this. All right, so you open it up and the fragrance is right there on the inside. All right, I'm going to take the bottle out and see what we get. This is one you got to kind of get up out of there. So, okay, nice, simplistic bottle. Very clean and clear. Is that plastic on this? Oh, that's the bottom of it. Okay, so here's the bottle. Simple, simplistic, clean, very just sleek presentation. Here we are. That's going to focus for me. All right, so there we are with some Akro. Now, on the inside, there are some flotation devices in here. So that's a negative already. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. So let's go ahead and get this one on the tester strip and see what we got going on. There's something floating in there, but I don't know. All right, so the cap doesn't go into place. It's kind of, it sounds like it does, but I wouldn't recommend holding it by the cap. So, all right, let's see what Akro has to offer. And this is called ink. This is the EDP concentration, pressurized atomizers. Let's get that in the air. And I'm getting leather, getting spices. Okay, so definitely coming off very leathery. I guess I was like it's like a piece of lint or something in there. I'm just all I can see is that looking at the bottle, but let's see what we get off this strip. Okay, leather, spices, definitely a darker profile here. I think the paper is clashing with my experience here. Definitely comes off smoky. So like a dark, leathery, smoky combo here. But I'm not getting maybe a little sweet factor in here, maybe. I guess I'm gonna have to put this on my hand because I'm not getting a true representation. So I'm gonna put a spray on my hand. I usually go on skin anyway. But let's see what we get here. Definitely something masculine here, what I'm getting again in air with the waft. So let's see what we got. Okay, yeah, so a little bit smoother on skin. All right, on paper, it appeared to be a little bit rugged, a little bit edgy on paper. Okay, so yeah, spices. There's this leathery touch there. There is a bit of this smooth texture. It's kind of tickling my nose, the kind of spices that are coming alive on my skin with this fragrance. I do like it. It is more of my speed. It's a very much so masculine fragrance for the upcoming fall and winter seasons. The quality is solid for sure. It does remind me of something. I'm not quite sure. Like I've smelled this profile in a way before. So like my scent memory is just kind of jumping to the forefront here. Not gonna be for everybody. Smoky, leathery. There was like this little bit of I ain't gonna say sweetness, but maybe a tad of fruitiness. But overall, like it's not something that's like booming off of my skin. It has a decent presence. It will kind of come off like if you're, like this could be like a daily driver in the colder months. Cause like I necessarily don't think you can I don't necessarily think I would dress this up like that. I would wear it to the office. I would wear it to like a cigar lounge. More of a casual type vibe, semi-dressy with this kind of profile, but it's very mature, very masculine. Yeah, definitely not going to be for everybody. This is something that's going to be for a particular person, particular nose. I'm going to go more the mature route for sure. I don't think my young boys really want anything to do with this because this is definitely a masculine profile. So let's look at the notes of ink from the House of Acro. Again, 3.4 ounce bottle and 100 ml representation. So ink, what do we have? Okay, so main accords according to Profumo, we have smoky, leathery, creamy, woody, and spicy. Yeah. In the top notes, we have ink. Just ink. All right, birch tar. Okay, jasmine and vetiver. So no leather here. Well, birch tar can come off very leathery. For sure. The vetiver in here is definitely a more smokier, woody combination there. And the spice, I don't know, is the spice coming from the ink or coming from the combination of them all? I don't know. I'm not really blown away by this. I think it's okay. I think it's cool. For me, this would be an office driver for sure. Like on those days where, going to work looking for, a more masculine representation, but I'm not looking to, show out like that. But like I said, the quality is good. There is this piece of lint just kind of floating around in here. I'm just mesmerized by that. That's it. I thought it was more, but it's the fragrance reacting to the bottle. But it's just like it's one piece of lint that's in this bottle. So anyway, not blown away. I think it's pretty good. Rating it out the chute, I give it like a 7.5 out of 10. That's what I would give it. Good daily driver for the colder weather. The retail prices on this, let's see what these are on So Avant-Garde. I had it pulled up earlier, so let's see what let's see if I can get to ink here, if that's going to be represented. Ink from Acro. Like I said, I don't know much about the brand. I've only seen a couple of conversations. But retail, this is $185 for 100 ml. 30 ml, which they have those, which is cool, is $90. And a 2 ml sample is $5.50. So with the 30% off, you know, you could definitely save you some good money. I would say, yeah, like I said, it's nice. It's nice. It's dry, it's spicy, it's leathery. Not for everybody, not getting much of like the floral representation. Maybe that's what I was getting in the opening of this. Maybe. But I think it's solid. I think it's solid. I am going to wear it. Like I said, it's going to be days I'm going to the office where I'm just, you know, I want a masculine approach. You know, I'm not looking to blow anybody away. But this is in the vein of kind of like I don't like Tom Ford's that what it's called, the black liquor, I think that's what it's called. It reminds me of that. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, for Grantica, something says this is what this is similar to. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna look right now and see exactly what it's, I guess, often compared to. So let's go with ink from Acro, and what is it compared to? So this is compared to, yeah, Tom Ford's what's called black lacquer. So I remember the black lacquer. I've only smelled it once on a sample, but it definitely reminded me of that. All right, so decent fragrance, 7.5 out of a 10. Very good, serviceable daily driver for the cooler months. Like I said, I am going to wear it. But like I said, I'm not blown away. It's not like a game changer or nothing like that. But if you're a man out there that's looking for, you know, a masculine fragrance, you're not too concerned with, you know, being complimented and, you know, any type of height with your scent. You just want something masculine and straight to the point. You know, you're looking for some spices, some woods, some leathery feels. This is one to look into for sure. Many options out there, but this is definitely one to look into. So Acro, ink, solid. And with a nice piece of lint floating around. I can't help it. I can't help it, all right? All right, so let's get to the one that I'm the most interested in. And I haven't seen anything, well, on none of these fragrances, but definitely this. I never saw this one. And this is called Acro East. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and unbox this. So I'm very interested in this because it came in a different style packaging. The casing is still the same. Got that engraving right there with the Acro. I think that's a nice touch for sure. I didn't even show the box. Here's the box. Acro East, black and gold detail there. So I'm very interested to seeing, you know, what's like the difference. Is this kind of like their Privé version, or is this kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. So let's pull it out the container. It sits just like the other one does. Very nice appearance, very sleek appearance here. Acro East, kind of dusty on the bottle there. So here we are, Acro East. We're gonna go and tap in. I like that a lot. I like that presentation. That just looks very, very dope. It'll look nice on the shelf. All right, so I'm gonna skip the tester strip. I normally do, but we're gonna go ahead and put this straight on skin. All right, so Acro East. Let's see what we get with Acro East. So pressurized atomizer. Let's get a couple sprays in the air. Okay, so more spicy and fruit. I'm definitely getting a fruity, spicy combo here. All right, I'm more intrigued here. I'm more intrigued. Smells really nice in the air. I will say and these concentrations are the same. Yeah, ink is EDP and East is EDP. So with the bottle style, it's not a difference in concentration. But I can say in the air, I am enjoying this experience a little bit more than ink. So let's see what we get with Acro East. Okay, yeah. You kind of get this traditional oriental, fruity, oody, fruity, leathery type of vibe. It's not a profile that's brand new by any means. I have smelled other profiles that are in the vein of this. But this just doesn't get old for me. Now the fruity side of it, I'm not sure what it is, but it seems like it's a fruity, oody, fruity, leathery, maybe saffron, maybe a little bit of vanilla in here, maybe. But this is good. This comes off as a little bit more attractive. This comes up as a little bit more of a statement maker here. Again, the profile is very similar to other fragrances that are in this kind of like Middle Eastern Oriental vibe here. But I can tell you right now, East is the better of the two in my opinion. I like the presentation better. The blend is very nice here. Quality is the same as Ink. I definitely, if I was choosing between the two, I would wear East before Ink for sure. The situations for me here kind of the same. I would wear this to the office. I would wear this on a night out for sure. Cigar lounge, you know, going out to maybe a late dinner or a late nightcap or something like that. Definitely suited for the colder months. It kind of smells like it's like a raspberry feel here. And I won't be surprised because that raspberry oud combo is undefeated in my opinion. I like this. I like this. It's really more my speed than Ink. So let's see what we get with Acro East. All right, let's see. So we're gonna go back to our friends at Profumo and Acro East. All right, got it. All right, so here we are. This is a 2023 release. Main accords: fruity, leathery, woody, sweet, and oriental. All right. So top notes: oud. The heart is oud. Asafai, leather, and ambroxan. Okay. So the sweetness is apparently coming all from the raspberry, but I do get this kind of subtle, well, maybe it's a sweet raspberry. Maybe it's not a tardy raspberry that was used here. Definitely oriental spicy feel. Like I said, that oud raspberry combo was undefeated. This is nice. It definitely reminds you of fragrances like Ombre Nomad, Tuscan Leather, what's it called from Swiss Arabian? It's called Shagaf Oud, and that's super strong. I got a bottle of that, super strong. But I like this blend. It's not loud. It's not near as bold as like Ombre Nomad or even Tuscan Leather. Those are fantastic fragrances. I don't own either of those. I have samples of them, but those are fantastic fragrances, man. But for me, I really like this one, man. This is going to be a very nice play for the upcoming fall and winter seasons. If you have Ombre Nomad, if you have Shagaf Oud, if you have Tuscan Leather, you don't need this. You don't. You know, it's going to be something that, you know, is going to be a little bit redundant in your collection. But if you don't have those, and let's say you have a fragrance that's not maybe the best quality of that raspberry oud combo, and you're looking to kind of step your game up, this could be a nice pathway to that. Because when you're talking Tom Ford and when you're talking Ombre Nomad, those prices are high. For this, you know, you pay, what it was, $180 for 100 ml. You pay $90 for a 30 ml. You're gonna save a lot of money there, especially with the 30% off this weekend. So I really like this. All my oriental, spicy, Middle Eastern fragrance lovers, if you like that kind of style, you like that Middle Eastern play of the oud and the fruits, this is real good. I'm gonna score this at 8.5 out of 10. Acro East, 8.5 out of 10. I really like this. I mean, I can't see if there's any lint or anything in this bottle. I'm just joking around, but I can't because of the presentation. But this is the better out of the two. Like I said, this is like a 7.5 out of 10. I'll continue to test the dry down, but this one kind of hit out of the gate. And I just think that raspberry oud is my speed and something that I really appreciate. So really gravitating towards it very, very quickly with this here. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. It's smooth. It's a nice blend. Like I said, it's not gonna blow you out of the water, with the quality, but the quality is good here. There's nothing shaky about the quality. You know, when you start talking, these days I do a lot of niche content. So when you start talking about like Bodicias and Spirit of Dubai and think brands like that. You know, I'm not talking in that lane. You know, you pay more for that and you get more with that. This right here is like the perfect balance. You know, you pay some money, a nice price for a really good fragrance. All right, this is a really good fragrance that's going to be more than serviceable. I can see compliments with this. You can kind of wear this in different situations in the cooler months. And I just really like it. The raspberry is really nice in here. The oud and the leather combo is not screechy or unattractive. It's not in any way, shape, or form. It's really, really good. So I like this. This is definitely my favorite of the two. This is going to get the most wears out too. I'm going to wear ink. You know, ink is going to be very, it's going to be very appropriate for the office. You know, especially during the cooler months. But this right here definitely can step out. You can dress this up for sure. You know, you can even be very high level casual with it as well. But this is nice. It's one to look into for sure if you're into this style. From the house of Acro, once again, we have Acro East. This is a good pickup here. This is good. This is good. Very nice. All right. All right, there you have it. So again, Dedrick 30% off happening all weekend. For this weekend only, for September 19th through the 21st for 2025. Take advantage of the many opportunities over at So Avant-Garde. The house of Acro, solid house. One really solid fragrance and one really good fragrance. All right, that in my experience so far. So would like to experience the brand some more and just kind of see what they have to offer. But very, very solid. All right, so hopefully y'all enjoyed today's video. Let me know if y'all tried anything from the house of Acro. All right, hopefully I'm saying that right. Let me know what your experiences are and how do you feel about that. All right, so appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all for all the love, support. I do not take it for granted ever, ever, ever. It means a lot to me that y'all take y'all's time, precious time, and see what's going on over here. All right, so until next time, be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. It's positive energy, it's positive vibes, and of course, it's positive vibes only. All right, splack it up, splack it out, splack that thing all around. And remember, what you put out to this world is exactly what you are going to get back. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace. Of course, I just splacker. Just totally went blank. Totally went blank. Peace.